Hey there, Citizen Pally here, and welcome back. So, 3.3.5 is live for everyone. They're lining up for an event going on with the free fly starting on Thursday that'll be taking place in Lorville. And it looks like, as we predicted, when the free fly does go live, they're going to have everyone spawning actually at Lorville so they can easily get around right over to the special event that they're going to be having and going from there. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a brief run through of Lorville, just the basic landmarks, how to get around, a few key points, and we will go from there. So we're going to jump over here to Universe and jump into the system. Also, while this is going on, just a quick note. So my microphone's going to sound different here. You might have noticed for the last video there was some weird pops going on, even beyond what I normally get. Unfortunately, my main Blue Yeti microphone was dying on me, and it just kind of was slowly tanking. So yeah, I'm back on an old microphone. All right, let's cut out as I join the Stanton system right now. Okay, well, welcome to one of the several different flavors of habitats within Levski. I'm going to call it that a few times. Within Lorville, this is one of the ones with the middle bunk here. We can go ahead and either F, get up, or we can go ahead and press H to get out. I'm not going to read you all, or re-talk all of my keys like I did in the previous tutorial video. If you need the basic key bindings and all that stuff, go watch that video first. That goes over everything a lot more in depth. Even just the first 15 minutes will cover most of it. As I said, though, this is going to be a fairly quick video. We're not going to go through everything. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. Like you can see down there, there's a little cupper I can open up. There's a little shower back here I can go into. That's all for you to explore, have fun, do it as you want. We're going to just focus on the primary navigation and a few of the key locations. As we step out here, it is nighttime here on Lorville, it appears. Well, not appears, it definitely is. So the hab areas are set up on 2 floors. Well, there's many levels of them, but each level of them has 2 floors. What we want to do is we want to be up on the 2nd floor and opposite of the windows. So down here opposite the windows, and you'll see here habitation, C4, C6, all this stuff. But here's the elevator to leave the habitat area. One of the big things for this, and this is pretty true for a lot of what they do. Come on, go to the ground floor. In Star Citizen, it's true for Port Olisar. It's not so true for Grimhex. Grimhex is pretty confusing. Somewhat true for Levski, is follow the signs. If you actually treat it like a real-world location that has tourists, visitors, things like that, and you look for the markings, they tend to be there for Lorville. And once you do that, it's pretty easy. That doesn't mean you're not going to get turned around a little bit and sometimes do a 1 or 2. We'll come on out here. So there are 5, 6 different hab areas, each one with 2 floors. So you can see here an elevator for each one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we were 5. Come on down here. As we come out here, we get a nice little sight. This is all pretty linear. There's only one way to go. We can take a look at the night sky and maybe some ships coming and going. Nope, nothing that we can see coming and going. We'll come down here and bear to the left. Again, some little arrows on the floor pointing our way. There's actually nowhere else we can go around here. But this is going to come up and out into what I'm calling the Market District. It has a name, something square. I forget what the square is. It's not Lorville Square or whatever. But as we come on out here, you got this main center sign here. Back and to the right is going to be the first place we go to, but the important place is there to the left, the Metro Center. We'll be visiting there very soon. That dude's walking a little funky. But that's going to be our primary connection to the rest of the city. Here in the market area, though, there's two key places I want to visit. The first one is going to be right here, just around the corner, the administration office. So if you're looking to do any type of trading, mining, or package delivery, package pickup here in Lorville, this is going to be the location. So over here are the vehicle trading terminals. Over here is if you have a prospector and you bring some ore, minerals here, whatever. Obviously, we have a turn-in point here for packages. And we also have an NPC here, which we can do package turn-in with. See if we let this go. Yep, right there, make a delivery. We don't need to do anything. Goodbye. All right, so that's going to be your core area if you're doing any type of money-making, things along those lines. Now, rather than go back to the metro area, what we're going to do is as we come out of there, we're going to hang our right, and we're going to go down 2 flights of stairs through this set of doors, and then hang another right. And down in here is going to be the one primary shop within this area, Tammuz & Sons. So unlike Port Olisar, unlike Grimhex, Levski, They sell weapons and all those other things. This is currently the only shop outside of the ship shop we'll get to, inside Port Olisar. It's an armor clothing store. So you got a little bit of basic armor, some flight suits. You got a bunch of different clothing options. The main thing in here, though, is over here on the left, the weird helmets, but they do have the multi-tool. So right there is the multi-tool. It is in the game now. It has some built-in functions already. There are some things you can do with it in-game to mess around with people. It's not fully implemented. I'll let you figure out what it is you can do. There's some fun there to be had. I don't need to buy one because if we look down on my left hip there, I already have one ready to go. But there is the clothing shop. All right, we're going to come on back out here. There are a few other places around here. Like I said, there's a bar right across the way. There is a, reclamation area, which is going to eventually give us, it's going to be where you would turn in missions for salvage. Couldn't remember the words I was trying to think of right there. Going back up here to the administration office, it's just the way I know the best way around the city. Right over here. And now we're going to go hit the Metro Center. So Lorville set up basically 2 primary hubs right now, and then 6 little offshoots of it. So you have the market area like we have right here, and directly attached to the market area is obviously the residence area over there. Then you have the starport. And in order to access the starport, you need to take the train. And you've probably seen this. In order to get there, we're going to be using the blue line here. There's also the red perimeter line. So you have the market area, you have the spaceport, and then there's 6 little outposts on the perimeter of the entire city that you can go to. And out at those outposts, they do have a vehicle spawn terminal. There's no ship spawn terminals. There's also no ship landing pads. So you just have to kind of land on the ground. But someone could pick you up there. The hard part is actually finding them because there's nothing there. There's no markers or anything to see. So you have to kind of know where they are beforehand in order to find them. But if we come on down here and follow the lines around, you'll see spaceport line is to the left, the perimeter line is to the right, and over here there's a single train to each one of the different perimeter locations. The spaceport, on the other hand, does have 2 trains running towards it. So while one is at this point's docking station, the other one's at the other one's docking station. So it just depends on where you get here. Oh, that's perfect timing. So this guy did just arrive here. A nice thing is there is a sign above it, so the train departs in 26 seconds. If we look at this guy over here, this train's arriving in 93 seconds. So there is a timer to tell you when they are coming, when they're going. We're going to go ahead and we'll jump on the tram, and this will take us over to the spaceport where you're going to be doing most of your time. Now, if you are trying to run trading missions to and from Lorville, or if you're bringing ore here, what this basically means is you have to go into the spaceport, land at the spaceport, get on the tram, ride the tram over to the market district, run over to the administrative office, sell your items, and then come back. Not a big deal. I mean, it's where you're going. But unlike like Olisar or whatever, where you just walk in and boom, you're there, there is going to be some time involved. If you want to go to one of the different outlying perimeter locations, you also have to go spaceport to market area out to the perimeter. There's no perimeter trains at the starport when we get there at the spaceport. Watching everything as we go by. Over here to the side, that's the main building over there. And we might see a ship or 2 come and go. Doesn't look like we're going to get lucky there. That is where the landing pads are. They're basically right in the dead center of the city is where the landing pads are. As we come on in here to the train station, this door here should be the one that opens. Ooh, we're glowing green. Let's take a look here. Yeah, glowing green. What's happening? Things are slowing down. I'm concerned. Frame rate's okay. Just felt like the train was going very slow there. Maybe there was a, I don't know, a suicider on the track. Oh, I was on the wrong side. Alright, as you come on out, again, follow the signs on the floor. So exits, and then there are arrows over there pointing that way out compared to the entrance. We'll come around here. This area out here is very linear. There's not a huge amount to get lost in. It does weave its way, but again, it's very linear. There's only so many doors, and most of them are locked. As we come around, it's going to be the left, right, left, I think. Run our way up through here, and we're going to come up here, and this will be the main area of the spaceport. Right there is the new deal. We'll take a look at that in a very brief moment. But here are all your ship spawn terminals right there. There's some other things. There's little odds and ends scattered around. Back here is the new deal. So this is the ship shop out here where you can buy ships, as you might expect. If we come on through here, I've been trying to figure out what this ship is. Is this that repair ship? Like, is that the repair drones there in the middle? At first, it kind of looks a little bit like the front end of the Carrack. But the Carrack's much bigger than that if you look at the characters. I think that's got to be the repair ship. But out here, Hammerhead, Connie, there's a Mustang, there's a few other ships around there. Go take a look for yourself if that's what you're interested in. We're trying to keep this relatively short. We'll come on back in here. On our left is going to be all the different hangars. We'll come in here. Hard left, once we come through here, is hangars 3 through 8. So these are going to be the smaller ones, which are still very big. You'll see them here in a moment. Right here are hangars 1 and 2. These are the very, very big ones. And then in the back here, well, you're already seeing Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. So this is going to be where they're holding the event in-game through this elevator. This one guy is so excited to see it, he's managed to create like 10 different copies of himself in order to see the expo. There's a few other little odds and ends. I think all of these things are locked. There's nothing to do there. So the last thing is just to spawn a ship, and we'll take a quick look from the city from the outside for the landing. There is a little bit of a, not really a trick, but they've put a no-fly zone in place over the city, so you can't fly into the buildings. So until you're like about 1.5 kilometers up, you got to be a little careful as there's a shield, and if you fly into that shield, you're gonna die. What this means is when you are coming into land from outside, you're going to want to come in pretty much dead center on top of the city. And you're also going to want to make sure you bleed off some speed when you're about 3 kilometers up, 4 kilometers up, so you don't accidentally just smash into... I didn't look at which terminal that was. Dang it. Which pad was it on? I got ahead of myself. On pad, yes. Let's claim this. 05. And then go back in. Give me my Vanguard. 07. Okay. What was I saying? So you're going to want to come out dead center, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember. Got off on a tangent. Doesn't really matter. Oh, you just got to be careful of the shield. It will ruin your day. Now, it's fairly obvious now. The earlier builds, you couldn't really see it. And there's a mixed thought process here. Some people really complain that it's like super obvious. It's like spray painting over a Mona Lisa painting or something. So it's very obvious, and it does break immersion, but I'd rather be very obvious and not accidentally fly into it, at least in this early state of the game, than have it not be very obvious. At least until maybe there's like some type of hood implementation where it's not a graphic over top of everything. This elevator does take a little while. I'm not sure why. But this isn't uncommon. We have a lot of elevators that take a while. I was going to say, it is going. Come on out here. And as you'll see, these hangars are massive. This hangar is big enough for a Hammerhead, Reclaimer, all of those ships. It's plenty big enough for that. When you do land, if you're coming in, you're looking for the one that has the triple-digit number on it. That's going to tell you which one it is. That's where your elevator exit is, in there and to the left. We're going to go ahead, we'll run in here. Open this up. We'll just jump up into atmosphere a little bit, take a quick look back, and call it a day. So for reference, travel times with this Vanguard right now, with how they would set up, you're looking at about 6.5 minutes from Port Olisar to the upper atmosphere of Hurston. Now, Hurston is different from pretty much every other one. Well, it definitely is different from all of the other moons. Whereas normally the moons, they seem to have around 25 kilometer atmosphere. Around 25, 30 kilometers, you tend to break atmosphere and you're good to go. Hurston's more like 100 kilometers. Or exactly 100 kilometers. So when you quantum travel in, you come out about 115 kilometers up, and then you got to travel down in. This is more important when you're leaving, though. If you're trying to leave with a Hammerhead, with a Reclaimer, with some bigger ship, it takes a lot longer to get out of atmosphere. You can be in atmosphere for 10 minutes before you get up there, and then you can quantum travel. Just go ahead and head on up here, and you're probably going to see, the shield's behind us. So let's rotate around. Yep, right there. Big, red, obvious shield over the rest of the city. and if we fly into it, we will just instantly die. And if we come up here, we can start kind of moving forward a little bit, and it's kind of a dome around it. It does arch its way up, but by the time you're 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers up, you should be pretty good. Actually, we're still going up, 2.5. Are we somewhere around there? There we go. So now we're over. So maybe a little closer to 3 up is where you want to be. There's the primary building. That thing is absolutely massive. It's basically bigger than the entire starport. Down there are the landing pads we just took off at. Is that a hammerhead parked there? Probably a hammerhead. Can't tell what that is. No, it's that's the New Deal shipyard. It is a hammerhead, and there's the Connie. So that's what that is right there. So there was where we actually summoned our ships. And we'll go ahead and we'll just go for a little bit of atmosphere, a little bit. There's one little thing I was just going to show you. It's more of a be prepared for this. We got to get up to... What is it? We got to get up to about 18,000? 19,000? We'll go for 20. While this is going on, we'll hit F4, turn back around, and you can see the city as we're leaving. Quite nice. Very pretty. For what it is essentially, or if not essentially, literally a crap hole city on a waste planet that nukes its own planet and everything just for shits and giggles testing. At nighttime, it looks pretty darn cool. Even the savannah area looks really cool, but we'll let you explore that all on your own. Alright, jump back inside here. Where are we at? 10,000. Going. This is where I was talking about. Yeah, we're only at 12,000 here. You got to go up to 100,000 to break through. So if you're on a much larger, slower ship, be ready. Be ready. Now, thankfully, the atmosphere does clear up around 30,000, so you start to really gain your maximum speed. Like as you see right now, we're only doing about 310, where this guy's capable of 1100. But around 30,000, we'll break through to where we can hit atmosphere. But we did cross over. There's the 19, there's the 20,000. So what we can do now is we can pull a 180. Start aiming back down at the city. And what you're going to see here is you're going to be one weird effect, but it's going to show you exactly where the landing pads are, and they're right dead center. But we're going to see the whole city light up with that shield over top. And I think this is what a lot of people are complaining about, and it's perfectly understandable. It is a very glaring graphical representation of the city, but it's only there for a brief moment. And we'll see it any second now. There it is. Right there. So around 15,000 meters up, you'll see that light up. And that center area is the only place you can actually land on the city. The perimeters are out at different locations. So like out there's probably one of the perimeter stations. There's one kind of over there, maybe one over there. I don't know where they all are. You just got to find them on your own. All right. Gone long enough. That's how you find your way around Lorville, at least to get to the important stuff. Hopefully you found that helpful. Until next time, this has been Paller. Thanks for watching.